this is whitelisted by TalentTEK admins, right? You have to give your IP address to us. Once we whitelist your IP address, then, only then, you should be able to connect to the TalentTEK database. Make sense? All right. Once you install the dbeaver, right, you're going to come to the home page, like landing page. There is a plus sign. You see this? Or here, right? You click on this. There are so many companies. Those are the name of the database they use. TalentTEK use MySQL. Okay, that's the first thing. So if you go to the company, they might use MariaDB, they might use MySQL, they might use Azure, they might use Oracle. Those are the popular ones, right? We use MySQL. MySQL also popular. Okay, so you select that. Next, then here you keep the port 3306, which is the default, and then beside the port is going to ask you to provide localhost, database, username, and password. So how many parameters you need to pass? 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sense? Yeah. Including 4 is the fifth one, but 4 you're going to keep it as a default. So where are you going to get this information from? In the Slack, which we gave you. We say database MySQL. So that's the first thing you choose, right? And then name of the database is TalentTEK_QA. You copy that. Yes? Go back to the dbeaver. So that's the database name. Okay. Then second thing, server host, which is this 64.146 at the end. So you go here, you put that in the host, username and password. Those are the two things that are remaining. So go back to the Slack, username, and go back to the dbeaver again. Okay, and the password is this. All right, so go back to the dbeaver again, password. Then you're going to say test connection. And if it's connected, you will get this success message, connection test. Okay, if there is any issues to connect it to your database, then you will get some error. For the first time user, you might not have MySQL installed within the dbeaver. At that time, they will give you the option, and it takes only 3 to 5 seconds to install the MySQL driver. Okay, once you do that, click on finish, and you are connected to TalentTEK database. With this user informations, you have access to our two environment, QA and staging. So let's say you go to this QA environment, you go to the tables, user table. When you do the registration through the API or through the UI, all the information gets stored in the user table. You go here, you double click on it pretty much in the user table, and if you click on users, you have the ID. So if you run these SQL queries to see the list of the user in the database, it gives you all the options. So let's see if I want to pull only Julia, that has a first name Julia. So let's see if I do where first name is equal to, and you run this query, and I have 3 Julias, right? Now if you want to search, nested this search, 100% you want to bring the first one. If you know the student ID, then you can say this and student ID is equal to then it's going to give you only the student that has only the Julia that has student ID is this. Make sense? The connection is not that hard. It shouldn't take more than 2 to 3 minutes in total. All right, let me stop sharing. Sorry, not stop sharing, stop recording, and see if I can